Good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Sean Dexter and I welcome you back to the Magnet Grove for your daily Bitcoin and ChainLink analysis video. Happy goddamn Monday to all of you, and in today's video we'll be presenting a possible situation for Bitcoin moving all the way up to 8,500-ish. Can Bitcoin do it? We'll also be talking about ChainLink USD. What is ChainLink up to? Is ChainLink bullish? Is ChainLink bearish? Everybody's wondering. I'll be answering that. I'll be giving my thoughts. So if you are interested in any of that, you better watch this whole damn video. And here it is, Bitcoin USD on the daily. And yes, Bitcoin has been boring a lot of you, but hey guys, it is a fresh week, it is a brand new Monday, and we do have some interesting things to talk about today. But before we talk about those interesting things, I do want to take this opportunity to apologize to you guys for not being able to post a video in the past couple of days. As I mentioned to you guys, December is going to be hard. I am in the process of buying a brand new property, so a lot of running around to do before Christmas, and I've also been using Bitcoin's lack of trading opportunities to focus on the seed program, specifically the risk management module, which by the way guys is almost complete. Well, it is actually complete. I'm only in the process of uploading all the videos now. The entire module is 4 hours and 45 minutes long. Yes guys, 4 hours and 45 minutes long just for risk management. It also comes with a risk management indicator and a risk management tool for position sizing. So yeah, with that actually, I'm no longer going to be offering the early access prices on the Mango seed program. So the prices on that will be going up very soon. I'm going to be keeping the prices as is for now, to be fair to those of you who approached me recently about the program but haven't pulled the trigger just yet. But yeah, just as a heads up guys, for everybody who has been interested, then by the way guys, before you pull the trigger, do shoot me a message. I do want to make sure that you guys are a good fit for the program, and I don't want to go through any of the hassle of refunds and all of that nonsense. We are trying to keep a good culture in the group, a friendly, open, non-toxic culture where everybody has similar goals and similar personalities. All right, so with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about some Bitcoin USD. Here we have Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is actually showing some signs of a bounce. Now keep in mind, a bounce does not mean that things are going to switch around to a bullish posture just yet, right? I'm going to want to see a weekly trend change before we see any, before I get too aggressive with my bull trades. All right, so let's go ahead and start with the daily. We can go ahead and turn on the Mango ribbon, and Bitcoin has done something interesting in the past couple of days. We have closed two candles now. Well, not just yet. If we close this candle anywhere around here, we would have confirmed two candles above the Tenkin on the daily, as well as above the 10 SMA on the daily. Yes, we are still sitting underneath the 21 EMA on the daily time frame, but I'm going to give Bitcoin the benefit of the doubt over here, because hey, this Tenkin now, look at that, let's zoom in. This Tenkin now is beginning to flatline. All right, we have a flatline Tenkin as well as the Kijun that is flatline too. This is beginning to look like a C-span opportunity trade, right? So you guys know, who have been watching me for a while, what this means. A possible move all the way up to 8,545, and hey, that does line up with our weekly levels too that we have been watching, right? We've been waiting for Bitcoin to make that weekly move all the way up to the Kijun and the 21 EMA, give us that retest for a possible short opportunity depending on how the daily time frame actually goes about. But for now, as long as the daily is not giving us a slow trudge up to the weekly levels, any major bounce to that, I will be looking to short on first pass, right? I'll be expecting a rejection of this level over here, which is 8,500, right? So the weekly Kijun, the weekly 21 EMA, and the weekly 10 SMA all coming in at around that 8,450 region on average, right? That daily Kijun, which is pointing towards a C-span trade, is also at 8,555. So we do have some good confluence lining up with that, okay? The the momentum too on the daily time frame is beginning to wane out, right? We are spending 1, 2, 3, 4 candles near that daily 21 EMA. This is not what the bears would want to see. You do not want to see us grinding against a resistance level. You want to see a rejection and a quick move towards the downside. This could very well break towards the upside and at the very least give a retest of the 7,800 region. For that, let's go ahead and look at the lower time frames. Now, what is the 12-hour doing now? Okay, so this is looking very good now. Look at the 12-hour, guys. We have closed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles above the Tenkin, the 20 on EMA, and the 10 SMA. In fact, this is looking like a long opportunity, right? Very easy to manage. You take the trade off this over here, and if we close underneath the 21 EMA, the 10K and the 10 SMA all bunched up like that, simply get out. If we even tick underneath 7,393-ish, right? 7,389, we would have lost that uptrend as well, and we simply get out. For now, however, the 12 hours looking very good. A possible trade to 7,800, right? Matching up with what we just pointed at on the daily time frame. So if Bitcoin actually takes this level out on the 12-hour time frame, the next obvious target would be around I'd put this up a little higher, actually somewhere around 8,445. So a lot of things pointing up to this level, but we take it one step at a time. The first target I'll be looking for is somewhere around here 7,800-ish, a wick towards the Kijun. If we close above 7,800-ish, then I don't think the Kijun is going to hold as resistance. I think we're going to go all the way up to 8,450-ish on the second pass, right? But for confirmation, I'm going to be looking for a 12-hour candle close above 7,855. That would make me very confident. Let's go ahead and look at the oscillators. Let's see what the 12 was saying. It's moving up to the upside now. Okay, good. So we did have this cross to the downside. So the last time we crossed to the upside, right? Last time we crossed the upside was all the way around here when we were talking about a possible reversal for Bitcoin, and we did get that thrust to the upside all the way up to 7,868. Then we crossed to the downside over here, and we were kind of like, this may actually want to spend some time testing these lows again. But look at that. Bitcoin simply moved sideways while the oscillators got a chance to go all the way to the downside and cross up to the upside again. So this is looking good on the 12-hour. Let's go ahead and look at what the Ichimoku is saying on the 12-hour. What's the cloud saying over here? Cloud is still red for now. The 200 MA on the 12 hours coming in at 8,700. I don't have much to actually gain from this other than, again, the Kijun that we already talked about. So let's move on to the 4 hour. Let's see what the 4 hour is saying right now. We are about to close the 4 hour in 10 minutes. Okay, cool. So if the 4 hour can defend the Tenkin and the Kijun cross right over here, I'll be looking for the Tenkin to recross that Kijun. But again, this is not telling me much at all. We are sitting within the cloud. The cloud has turned green, yes, but I'll be looking for Bitcoin to at least close above this region over here, and then perhaps we can make a move to test the top of the cloud, which is 7,759. If we pop over the cloud, then perhaps we can look for a trending move. But then again, still we have the 200 MA on the 4 hour that is going to be posing as resistance, coming in at around 7,955 as we speak. I'll be looking for this to actually move towards the downside in the next few 4 hour candles, and 7,800, right? So a lot pointing towards the 7,850 region as resistance as time goes by. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the 4 hour 200 EMA as well. Okay, cool. So the 4 hour 200 EMA is also coming at around the 7,800 region. That's going to be a very key area for us if you are playing the 4 hour time frame. So that's pretty much it, guys, for Bitcoin. That's all. You guys need to keep it simple, and I want to keep these videos shorter now moving forward, because if we go ahead and complicate it too much, we are going to be missing out on trade opportunities or getting into trades that shouldn't be had to begin with. So on the daily, we simply have to wait for Bitcoin to either close above that 21 EMA right over here, 7,611. If we actually do that, that's going to be a major change of behavior, and in that case, I'm going to be looking for Bitcoin to make a higher high on the daily time frame as well. Okay, so then what are we going to have, guys? We're going to have a higher low, right? A high low over here, as well as a high high, establishing our daily uptrend. In that case, we can then go ahead and hunt for another higher low, right? take that as a long opportunity. If you're not looking for this 12-hour long opportunity that we are currently sitting at, which is, by the way, looking very, very tempting for me, I'm going to consider getting into that after this video. And but hey, don't take my cue on that. I'm going to be looking at a few other things too. If we actually do that, right, the next target is that daily 200 EMA coming in at 8,445. So we have a lot pointing towards 8,450 region, guys. We have the daily 200 EMA, we have the daily Kijun, we have the weekly levels too, the weekly Kijun, the weekly 21 EMA, and I do think the weekly 10 SMA is coming in around that level as well. What was that noise? Yup, as you guys can see, the weekly 10 SMA is coming in around at that level too. Not exactly at that level, but hey, we can expect at least a wick to around that 8,550-ish, and then closing the weekly time frame underneath the 10 SMA, which is sitting around 8,200, right? So a lot pointing towards a bounce to at least that 8,550-ish level on the daily as well as the weekly time frame, right? The daily, it has the Kijun over there, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see that big move, sudden big move towards 8,550. If we do that, I will be shorting it, right? I'll be looking for a short. If I'm wrong on that, I'll gladly be wrong. Like I said, I'm still long-term bullish on Bitcoin, and I do have a lot of spot Bitcoin. So Bitcoin actually cracks this level and starts making a moon-like move all the way up to 20,000. Of course, we're getting ahead of ourselves here, but hey, why not get excited? It is a brand new week. Let's start this week off strong. That's Bitcoin, guys. 8,550 is the key level to be watching. We don't want to crack 7,400 towards the bottom. Any daily break of 7,400, and I will be looking for a move all the way back down to the bottom of this range at around 7,100 to 7,070. I will be expecting a support over there. I'll be expecting some sort of support over there. Why? Because hey, this is something I've not talked about yet, but we did mention it a few days ago. We do have the monthly 21 EMA coming right over there, right at around 7,070-ish, I do believe. Yup, 7,100 actually. So I will be expecting Bitcoin to see that support over there, and if we do have a strong enough bounce, the first resistance that we'll be looking at is the monthly 10 SMA sitting at around 8,100-ish, I do believe. No, yeah, 8,080 to be exact, lining up with what we looked at on our daily time frame, right? We said Bitcoin's going to do what? Move up to that 8,500 region, which is the monthly 10K, and then get that rejection and close at around the weekly 10 SMA. So we have the monthly 10 SMA and the weekly 10 SMA lining up with that 8,100 region. That's going to be a key area to be looking at, guys. So let's see how all of that pans out, but for now we have to take it one step at a time. Looking at the daily, the key areas to be watching again, guys, a quick redundant recap is that 10K underneath us at 7,400, the 21 EMA above us at 7,606. If Bitcoin takes that 21 EMA on the daily, we are looking for a move all the way to the Kijun 8,500-ish. If we lose the 10K and the 10 SMA, we are looking for a move at least down to 7,100-ish. If we lose that as well, it's not going to look pretty. Perhaps test this area over here at 6,776. But hey, that's Bitcoin for us, always keeping us at the edge of our seats. Let's go on ahead now to ChainLink USD. What's been ChainLink doing? Frustrating a lot of people, right? This right here, guys, was the trap of the century, right? We were looking at around $2.05 as our major support region. ChainLink going underneath it, closing underneath it, and then right after coming and retaking that level again. This is actually does have a bullish picture to it, because I was expecting, let's go ahead and turn off all our indicators here. I was expecting ChainLink to see that fall through, that flush towards the downside. ChainLink coming and closing underneath it, but not seeing the sell through, showing us that hey, the bulls are willing to support, showing us that there is buy pressure over here. And this was actually pretty surprising, I have to admit. But was this a bear trap? Was this a bear trap? Can Chainlink actually see the support of this region over here? It's retaking that $2.05 mark. Very good. We are sitting right above it right now. Yep, we're sitting at $2.05 aroundish, but this is not good enough for me to take a long. Remember, guys, we are still sitting very well underneath that daily 200 MA. Now it's angling further away from price action at sitting around $2.20, right? I'll be looking for this to actually line up with that $2.33, which is the next key resistance for Chainlink, the top of this current range. If you go ahead and turn off all of these indicators over here, right, turn off everything, this is looking, guys, this is looking like a bear flag to me, and it's not looking very good. I don't want to say I don't want to be negative on ChainLink, guys, but hey, I have to call it the way I see it, and this does look like it wants to see continuation if it can crack this level, right? And I was actually expecting, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm not gonna try and make excuses. I was actually expecting this to see that follow through, but right after, ChainLink actually retaking that level, so that surprised me. But this is not good enough for me to take a long just yet, right? Especially after it did something like this. Okay, here's a tip, guys. When the chart does something that you don't expect, right, when it kind of confuses you, it's best to kind of take a step back, try and figure out what is really going on. Maybe your thesis was wrong, maybe your read was wrong. Once you get a grip of what is going on, then you can think about a trade, right? Don't force things if you're not sure. There's so many trade opportunities. Don't let your ego get in the way, guys, right? Don't let your friends telling you certain things also get you in the way, man. You got to protect your own account. Your responsibility is to your account first and foremost. Okay, so yeah, for now I'm not interested in a trade on ChainLink until I see the characteristics I'd want to see to get me bullish. So essentially I'll be looking for higher highs on the daily as well as higher lows, right? We're not anywhere close to doing that just yet. But hey, remember, if Bitcoin actually makes that move to around 8,500, that $1,000 move to the upside, I'll be looking for ChainLink also to make its move to $2.35. On the flip side, if Bitcoin actually cracks and actually breaks its key levels and goes back down to around 6,600, I don't think ChainLink is going to hold up over here, right? Over here it did do well, but that could primarily be because Bitcoin is doing well as well. Let's go ahead and look at ChainLink BTC. I think ChainLink BTC is pretty much going sideways, right? Let's go ahead and look at it, and yup, ChainLink BTC as expected going sideways within our green box territory. No trade to be had as long as we are within this green box. If we crack this box over here to the upside, then I will be looking for the move perhaps all the way to this region over here, right? But hey, we'll take it one step at a time. This may be accumulation over here on this region, but if we crack this green box territory to the downside, well, we look towards 24,732 Satoshi, right? So just if this then that. If we crack this box, right, I'll be actually interested in holding on to the trade and just letting it ride a little bit. But I'm gonna have to put a little bit more thought into that. Let's go ahead and look at the oscillators and see what's going on over here. Oscillators literally crushed right at the bottom over here. I do not want to see this confirm a cross to the downside. We are cross to the upside right now. ChainLink might actually see a bounce off this, at least on the Bitcoin chart, right? So that's ChainLink BTC for us. ChainLink USD is also sitting at support. They're both sitting at support, and we have Bitcoin also sitting at a key juncture over here where it either cracks the 7,400 region to the downside or cracks the 7,600 region to the upside, giving us some move to around 8,500ish, perhaps lining up with the top of this falling wedge that everybody is eyeing. So that's Bitcoin for us, guys. That's ChainLink for us as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. Throw it a like, throw it a subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.